Hi, you guys. Oh my goodness. Merry Christmas, y'all. Okay. You know, we have to fiddle with production value every night because that's what we do on this channel. How is everybody? Oh my gosh. Okay. This is better. No, I don't like that. All right. There. That's better. How is everybody? Are we all good? I'm waiting to see the chat. I'm trying to slow down the chat. Somebody emailed me and told me how to do that, but of course I can't remember and can't find the email because yeah. There you go. Hi, you guys. Oh my gosh, I have so much to tell you. Like, okay, settings. If anyone knows how to slow the chat down in the Creator Studio, tell me. Because I'm here and I can't figure it out. Because why? Because I'm Canadian. That's why. Don't take offense to that. It's true. I am. Okay. Yeah. I can't seem to. I know I'm here, dashboard. Maybe it's on dashboard, right? Something. Canadian. Yes. Well, I really am. Yeah. Some weirdo came on here and he's like, take Oprah's name out of your mouth. No, I won't. I'll talk about anything I want to. Don't tell them to get a reading from me, please. Don't say that. Do not get a reading from me. Stay away from me with the readings. Don't do it. Oh my God. No, people are just, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I don't have any open time. So 3 bars at the top of the chat. Okay. Okay, but I have it on my phone up here. See, 3 bars down here. All right, let's look at that. No, that doesn't help. Anyway, yeah, I don't have any open time. And I just have to say to people, because I spent 5 hours emailing people back. Okay, first of all, if the calendar's not working, it's not that you don't get it. It's that I've always been booked. I've been doing this 40 years. I did not need the extra work. I have my regular client, like I've been working for 40 years. I'm not a psychic I'm a working psychic. So I always am booked. I just don't like to book so much because it interferes with my private time, my me time. Okay. It's true. A lot of psychics don't really do that, but y'all blew me up. So I had to literally take away the, whatever it is, I shut it down. You can't get a booking. You can't. Nice try. Nobody's getting a booking. I'm not doing it. No. I'm already booked. I know. No, I'm already booked. Like I've been doing it daily for 40 years. That's what I try to tell people. Hi, Ashley. And they're like, oh, it's good you're booked. I'm like, whatever you want to say. Not really. I'm not one who likes to overwork. And I overwork because I'm over responsible. Look, my eyebrow isn't penciled in right? See, everybody keeps saying, love that you're booked and busy. I was booked and busy before. This is overbooked and pissed off, okay? Yeah, I took my schedule off. So you cannot book a reading with me. Cannot. If I open it again, I will let y'all know like I do. That's what I've been doing. I like to tell you when my books are open. Anyway, I spent I can't get anyone to do it. I'd have to sit still to talk to them, and I cannot do that. I can't trust anyone to do it. Unfortunately, don't yell at me. No, I'm not referring another psychic to do it. I don't want to do that. That only bites you in the ass. So no, not going to do that. But yeah, anyway, life is meant to, yes, it's meant to be enjoyed. Someone who gets me. I'm all about hiking. I don't want to save for my future. I don't want to do any of that shit. I just work to pay the bill. Like I work day to day. I don't have a savings. I don't have any health insurance, 401k. I own nothing and have nothing. I prefer it that way. And then I'll just dip out of this world. People don't like that. So I know they like to look at it a bit differently, but I choose that. I'm extremely good at business, extremely good, conscientious, but it makes me insane. Yes, I'm not poor. I have, obviously I have bleach as long as I got bleach for the hair. I'm not poor. It's just, I don't want to be tied down. I don't want to be tied down because it makes me crazy. I like just enough that I can take my kids for dinner and buy the grandbaby something. But I don't need to save for my future, and I don't need to do anything I don't want to do. Because everything, this is what we don't understand. You can own what you want to own, and then you're going to drop dead one day, and it doesn't matter. So it's just, oh, thanks. Yeah, I did. I bleached it. It's bleach. But yeah, we bring nothing with us. So this whole mindset of like in this world, you have to acquire. I believe in like the less you acquire, the better, whatever. I don't want to be ripped off and stuff. But that brings me to the next thing. Oh my God, 5 hours, y'all. 5 hours. Okay. It's very stress-free. I don't, I've always worked. I work every day. I work exactly the amount of readings I need for the day to pay for what I want to pay for. And when it comes time for the rent, I'll work for 2 weeks to pay the rent, and then I'm dipping out again. You know what I mean? That's how I choose to live. I know people don't like that. They think you're supposed to do it all the time. I don't like it. Whatever. Anyway, here is what I was going to say. So first of all, I just have to say this. When I got trending, or however you want to word that, and my site crashed, people were blowing me up. So I am answering emails. But then those people right now, they said, they reported to their credit card and shit. And I'm like, I spent 5 hours answering that. So like, for sure, I'm not doing readings because it's aggravating to have to answer people when I'm getting it to them. Like, everybody I try to answer, if I miss some, I miss some. But I was like 3 weeks behind because I got hundreds inundated and I'm one person. Like, I can't work 24 hours around the clock. No one cares. I get it when you pay. It's like, bitch, jump, do it now, bitch. Bitch, do it now. I get it. But I can't do it. So I have to shut everything down. Just that way. I don't know what to say. Anyway, that's what I have to say. So yeah, I have anxiety from it too. There's that. Yeah, I'm a performing monkey. That's what, yeah, dance monkey, dance bitch, dance, do the monkey dance. Yeah, I know people don't like that, but it's true. I'm trying to be nice. Like I'm trying to answer some people. I was like a month behind and sending out orders. I try to email people like with the astrology charts. There's like a 6-week wait because on top of my readings, on top of my life, and I do have to shower and I have to eat, which I haven't eaten today. But on top of that, then I got to do this. So it does take a little while, right? I don't know that I'm gifted. It's just what I do to pay the bills. That's it. It's like you go to work, I go to work. This is the only work I know how to do. So yeah, I mean, I can't strip anymore. It's that. Anyway, and so, oh my God, they stress me out. Fucking stress me out. And just for the person who emailed me, who I've been arguing with because she's right and I'm wrong. However, on my website, just for everybody, I just want you guys to know. So when you go to the shop on my website and you click shop, there's email readings and those are like pre-formatted, right? And yes, I used to strip. Everybody knows that. I stripped for a decade. And did readings in the back of the strip club. Yeah, I know. Do you want to see my, never mind. Anyway, my toes. Paige put something on my fridge where she thinks I should do, show my toes on OnlyFans. She was funny. I'm like, granny feet. But I mean, yeah, right? I did it for a decade. I did it from 14 to 23. And I did readings in the back room. And I read all the strippers and their boyfriends and their stupid shit with their boyfriends. Because it's the same thing in a strip club with the boyfriends. Or the girlfriends. Sometimes it's the girlfriend. Oh, I always did astrology in the back room. I love to do it. But, when sometimes you do it for a living, then it becomes whatever it becomes. Anyhow. When you go to my website and you granny feet, I know Paige put it up there. She's like, you should do, I should open up an OnlyFans, but I'd be identified by my tattoos. So I can't do that because I have grandkids and a kid left. So I would do that. I'd be like, here's my hoo-ha. Do you like it? You want to donate money for it? Do you want to donate money for it? But y'all would be appalled. But don't you find it interesting? Speaking of OnlyFans, like all these actors are on OnlyFans. Like, not only are they not making money on TV, now they got to go to OnlyFans because they got to take your money, meaning the people that work on OnlyFans that are not actors. They got to go there. So they have to greedily take everything. Like, what the fuck is that about? Like, you're on TV. You had a fucking hit TV show. Now you got to go to OnlyFans with all the cute young girls and you got to take it from them because of your name. Like, why you got to do that for? What's that about? Why? I would use an alias and you would never know it's me. You just wouldn't know. Yeah, Denise Richards. I mean, why do they... Ashley's like my... Can I repeat that, Ashley? I'm just saying Ashley's like her sister started an OnlyFans for comedy. Yes. Okay. Yes. Great. But she's not naked, right? She's not naked. Okay. Anyway, yeah, these, I mean, it's just, I don't know what to say. I should do it to get a fucking break, but I'm not gonna. But anyway, but I would do the toe thing. There's a thing called Feet Finder or whatever, but some of those fucking people, Paige and I were looking through it. This is like last year. And I'm like, whose fucking feet are those? Like, ew. Some of them were like all scuffed up feet. Do you know there's a big market for like ugly ass feet? Like, even though I'm a runner, I have like okay feet. They're not so bad yet that, you know, I know it is a fetish, but I was like, oh my God, like that. But anyway, I wanted to say, if y'all, you would make so much money. Ashley, let's do it. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. I would just say, send me money and I don't have to send you jack shit. Because you have to just say, Ashley's so supportive. She's like, you'd make so much money. You'd make so, but I'd be identified by my tattoos. And that's as much as I'm saying. I'd have to put makeup on. Ashley would be my photographer. Oh, she's so cute. My little Ashley. I'm laughing. Okay. I know. You would literally make, let's see if we can make 2 million in a year, Ashley. Let's see. Oh my God. Ew. Ew. Yeah. She's not joking. If I could show you these texts, I'd love you too. She sounds like Paige now. Paige is like, she's like, let's do your feet. I'm like, stay away from me. Anyway, it would be classy feet. Classy coochie. Oh, there's the name of the channel. Classy coochie. Okay, seriously, going back to being serious, okay? Being serious. All right, so, yeah, I know, Magic Muffin, right? We writer, oh my God, but we use your Insta photos. I'm dying laughing. Anyway, remember, women that have babies to be continued have baby tummy stretch marks. But anyhow, if you go to my website and you're trying to find something like the text questions and the whatever, because that's all I have open on the website. There's no readings open, and there's the emailed reports. Those are on a system where you put your birthday in, and it's kind of pre-written stuff for all. I think there's like 20 different choices. Please don't mistake that. I had to put a warning up because somebody kept emailing me saying, I thought I would get a reading. And I'm like, she goes, but the calendar wasn't up. And I'm like, you clearly have to push email reports. Those are not personal readings. So, and then you will get a response receipt with a link to it, like as soon as you buy it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And if you don't get it, then just email me and I will get it for you because I have to, you know, like whatever. But like somebody's like, oh, I bought this and I think it was like an $85 thing. And they're like, yeah, I wanted to book my personal reading. And I'm like, that's never happening. Like she goes, but the calendar wasn't open. That's because there is no calendar on that page because it's emailed reports. So under my shop page, it says emailed reports, consultation, which would be the readings, and the calendar is not working, right? Yes, Classy Classics. Yeah, I know. In India. Well, there's one in California too. Anyway, yeah, Tyler Perry's going to go down. So you understand what I'm saying, y'all. You understand. I'm escaping. That's it. I've got to do Patreon. Do you know I can't focus anymore? I think I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. And people want you, like, I'm getting people asking me for sponsors. Take me. Ashley says, take me. I'm getting asked for sponsors. But here's the thing. Like certain companies that are corporate, they want me to Patreon. There you go, Ashley. Patreon. Yes, I got it. They want me to do like, what do you call it when you get the sponsors here? But I just, you know, don't know what the fuck. Yeah, Ashley, you would be an excellent assistant. You know, I just don't know what the fuck, like with people with the sponsors, right? I mean, unless it's something, and I refuse money. Actually, it's like, and I refuse. No, I can't do it unless you take money, girl. Yeah, I can't do sponsors. Like for my coffee thing, I could do it because I actually use that thing every day. For like my pole dancing classes, I could do it because I do that every other day. But like the sponsoring, I don't want to say it's like this. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know the company and it's a corporation and they're trying. So here's what I think is going on. Because I love TikTok, then I hate fucking TikTok because I have to post on TikTok and it's just, I don't have the energy. Like I literally don't have the energy. Sometimes I want to just like shave my hair off and say, fuck you all, not you all, to them all. But anyway, here's the thing. TikTok, with the TikTok, every time I'm on TikTok, and I have a lot of good people I follow that are so interesting and so insightful and so intelligent, some young creators and all of that, right? But yeah, I'm bombarded with ads like, hi, I'm the TikTok shop, buy this pen. And I'm like, what? Hi in Jamaica. I'm like, what? I don't, like, stop pitching to me on here. Everything is about buy something. Because what am I, like a wallet? Now I got to buy it. Like, I just want to hear what people say. But they have to pepper it in with advertising. And here's, I literally responded to somebody on TikTok. So they were telling a story about, oh my God, I can't remember who it was about. But anyway, the person got sexually abused and like something else. And I forget. Oh, the person robbed a bank and she said, oh, she was talking about, there you go. It just reminded me, Patty Hearst. That takes you back to 1979 and this whatever army of people. Anyway, first of all, Patty Hearst comes from an Illuminati family, right? Or a Mason family, or a whatever, and she's mind controlled. And then she runs off over here and she robs banks with her boyfriend, lover, / then she says he raped her or sexually assaulted her, but blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. The reason that these creators do not use the word sexual assault, rape, it's in the media. This is what she went on trial for. Like, it's not like someone's just making it up, blanket statement, right? So if you use sexual abuse as a word and you do that, it's because you don't want to be demonetized. Say the word correctly because you're allowing them to censor you and unalive. You murdered them. You fucking murdered them. Whatever. All you're doing is showing people that you want to make money and you don't have another job to do that. You don't have another job to do that. Okay? Like, you're literally on here kissing ass and part of the trend of using fake words to say shit because you are greedy and don't want to lose your income. Try working in another capacity and then speak correctly so that they're not able to censor you. Freedom of speech is a right in this country. And also, it's Patty Hearst we were talking about. Like, that's in the newspaper. Like, you know, it's like Danny Masterson. You're going to edit me because I said that? Why the fuck is it Red Rum, Red Rum, Red Rum, and that Jack Nicholson? I know, grape. It's rape. Speak English and speak properly. I mean, if you're the English language, whatever language you're in, say the word correctly. Or, okay, TikTok just shuts. Okay, so shut down the channel. Get some balls. Open up another channel. What? Oh, TikTok's going to shut me down. And speak correctly. Speak the words. Don't allow them to edit you. Why would you do that? Because you're afraid. So maybe you need to get a second job so that you can do this. And if you make money at this, great, but speak properly. I can't stand it. They're like, oh yeah, they essayed me. Say the word sexually assaulted. Stop taking the meaning out of it and making up shit. Drives me insane. I'm going to talk in poor grapes. Hi from Toronto. Exactly. What is TikTok? It's another app. But it tends to be about, yeah, well, exactly. Well, hubris is fine, but you're also allowing them to censor your wording, and that affects us all. Like, that affects every single one of us. Like, why are you saying that? Like, what are you saying? Like, oh my God. Do you know anything about the blood rituals in Hollywood? My whole channel's about that, but yeah. Yeah, I know the P. Diddy case is happening, and I get lots of hate mail from that and lots of people, but that's really what I got. And thank God I filmed it in June. Was it June? Thank God, because that's the information I got. So when I do a reading like that, here's the thing. I'm not special. I'm not nothing. It's just how I view the person's name. And what I do is I take a piece of paper. It has words on it. And so when you guys tell me, when I feel inspired, and I even think I said she was from somewhere she wasn't from, so I had to do a second video to say she wasn't even born where I said. So I write down what I get, right? I write down what I get, and it's what I get. Am I 100% right? No. Somebody on here, by the way, on my Prince video, and I will block your ass if you fucking say stupid shit to me. Now I'm going to block your ass. I will block you. You know why? Because it's my fucking channel. That's why. I'll do whatever I want with my channel, and no one has to come here and watch. Like, but somebody's like so excited. They're like, you're wrong. I'm like, yeah, and? They were talking about Prince. Somebody tell me, because I didn't read the autopsy. And was it in Los Angeles or was it where he's from? Minnesota. I don't know where he died. Yeah, I'll just fucking block your dumb ass when you say, of course I'm going to be wrong. Hear me. Of course I'm going to be wrong. No one said I was right 100% of the time. Yes, I charge for readings. And I do chart readings, but I'm not doing them right now. I will talk about Oprah. Because Oprah is a con artist. You call me a con artist. Oprah is a con artist. Minnesota. Okay, I don't know how it works with Minnesota, but usually they release autopsy reports publicly, at least in LA they do. So I know no one's making them watch. It's like, the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, it was over the hip surgery with Prince, and they said the autopsy said he had the hip surgery. I'm thinking he didn't do both hips or one hip went awry. Some people have problems after their hip surgery. Look at this. Some people have hip problems after their surgery. Yeah, Minnesota. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how your state works. Hi, here from Minnesota. Hi, Minnesota. But I know the chat's going fast. I cannot stop it. If someone knows, somebody wrote me and they were lovely to explain it to me, and it went right in one ear and out the other. Yeah, I know what Oprah is. Again, I mentioned Sabrina Bittencourt and Oprah and Gail's son and the drunk one, who I always refer to as Diane, the news reporter. Now I forgot her. I call her the drunk one. The tipsy blonde one, the cute tall blonde one. And then there was Julia Roberts, who's got her face in everything. Okay, everything. Diane Sawyer. Thank you. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, all of them. Just look up Sabrina Bittencourt. That should tell you. Of course, Oprah's doing that. Oprah's a scammer. When I listen to Monique talk, and I listen to, what's her name? Oh my God, who just did the New Color Purple? What is her name? Taji? I can't think. I didn't watch any of the stuff she's in. She's a beautiful woman, whoever she is. They had Fantasia, Oprah, Taji. Yeah, whatever her name is. You know who I'm talking about. Okay. So, yes. And so they wanted Monique. Was it Monique or was it somebody else? Oh God, I forget who, but they wanted her to travel and do the movie studio and promote the movie. Here's the thing with that. These fucking people need to pay you. You're in their movie, unless it's written up front. It was Monique. Thank you. Unless it's written, and I know what she's talking about. Yes, Taji. I hope I'm P. Henson. Yeah, she's another one. You do not have to go prostitute yourself for a movie studio because you did a movie. You did your fucking due diligence by doing the movie. And like she stated, She didn't screw up her contract. So who the hell does Oprah think she is? Oprah's a gazillionaire. How about this, Oprah? Give them 50 grand, 100, whatever it is, to go do the promotion in Cannes or whatever it is. Because they have family. They have kids. They should be able to do that. They should be paid. Yes, she stood, Monique, bravo, bravo. And they blackballed her. No pun intended. You know, Oprah of all people should know better than to do that. Oprah should know better. She scarfed up all the money, all of it. Why don't you give her some of your money when I want to do something and my friends are like, I don't have any money to do it. Guess who pays? I'll pay. Or if I don't have, they'll pay for me. Like, why would you not do that? It is literally work. Or are they just supposed to be so grateful they got the work? Like, fuck off with that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Woodbridge, Ontario. Oddly enough, yeah. Anyway, I know where you are. Yes, from the 80s, right? I mean, Oprah's way worse than Kris Jenner. Are you kidding me? Kris Jenner popped up ad nauseum over here with her family and her whatever. Oprah been doing this shit for years and decades and all of that. And if anybody comes on here and says, don't say that about Oprah, you better be sleeping with her. Like, you better be a personal family friend or shut the up. You know what I'm saying? And Whoopi, I watched that interview with Whoopi. She's like, well, and so, I mean, Whoopi, can you be farther up the network's ass? Like, maybe you ought to stick your tongue up their ass. You know what I mean? Whoopi is just so ridiculous. Ridiculous. She looks ridiculous. She talks ridiculous. She's ridiculous. The only other one that's even more ridiculous, and I'm going to use that word, is it Joy? Yeah, that woman. I mean, what? Mr. Whoopi. Well, Whoopi was great in the movie Ghost, as you know. I'm a total fan. But when she sits there and she says shit like that to a fellow actress, and she's a supporter of Black rights, what, you think the woman shouldn't get paid for her work, whether she's Black, white, or Asian, or anything in between, so that I don't get a bunch of haters? Do not write me on here. Oh, here's another thing. Do not come on my Instagram when I'm posting. I know everybody's ridiculous. When I'm posting Keith's videos, and Keith talks the way he does in his videos, because obviously he's passed on, I'm not going to edit his videos to appease you. And if you want to use the word racist or say we can't talk because we're white, you're stupid. If you think it's going to affect me because you call me that, you can call me whatever you want. I do not care. You can call anybody whatever you want. What do you think it's going to make me stop in my, oh, she's transphobic, she's this, she's that. I'm none of those things. I know who I am. I look at myself in the mirror. I know exactly who I am. So ask yourself why you're using terminology that the government, hi Toronto, that the government concocted for you to split everything apart. This is not the way the world's supposed to be. We are all people, human beings. What we should be fighting is the government. The government. It's them. They come in all colors and shades. And some of them are fucking stupid because they are not human. I want you to hear me. They are not human. They are put into positions of power to control. Yeah, I know the haters are they're going to hate, but I'm going to say this again. I'm going to fucking say this again. My kids and my family are one of the very few white families in our neighborhood. Every other family, and California is really Hispanic, okay? Like, whitey ain't up there in the ruling, okay? I'm like super white because I bleached my hair. So I'm probably like, thank you, Ashley. Ashley knows. I'm not going to say where you go to your horses because I'm not going to say that. But you know in the neighborhood, how many whiteys walking around there? A few. But our whole neighborhood, because I'm from that neighborhood, I mean, like, what? What? I mean, please. I have girlfriends of everything. Also, every political viewpoint. And here, right, Ashley, you know what I'm talking about. You know the neighborhood. It's predominantly Hispanic. I'm not in Beverly Hills. My kids brought home every color, illegal, not legal, all kinds of shady shit in the house. Friends, like, of all walks of life. Business friends, not friends, all of them. Friends with rappers. At Keith's memorial, there was a whole bunch of rappers that showed up. Okay, so just shut up with that, people. I mean, honest to God. Anyway, I'm black. I don't get that from you. Thank you. I don't think I'm racist. I mean, maybe they don't understand the definition of racist. Regardless, that's if you... So if someone comes in, you're a school and you're going to hire a teacher and they're a color you don't like, or an ethnicity you don't like, or a religion you don't like, that would be racist. Like, you're not going to get a paycheck because you are, you're from Burbank. Yes, that's when my kids were little, but I moved to a different neighborhood after that. But nonetheless, that would be racist. Blocking someone. You can't go into the grocery store because you're whatever. You can't, like back in the day, you can't go to the same bathroom. That shit's way racist. Most people are not. The government wants you to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? The government wants you to fight each other, whatever you are. They want you to fucking fight. So it is the government. We have no topic on the live stream. It's just me being ridiculous. I've dated people. I don't date much, obviously, because I was married 36 years. But I went out with men of every single race. Asian and black when I was a teenager, okay? And everybody in between. Hispanic, I didn't really know that. Italian, whatever it is. Whatever, okay? If the person is nice. Age wasn't a thing for me. Obviously, I married a man 20 years older. Right. So stop saying that. And I live in Los Angeles, which is predominantly Hispanic people. Wouldn't I move? Well, I wouldn't move away from my kids, but you get it. Yes. No, they want to divide because that way you don't recognize your power. If I'm hungry and there's a war, think of the movie Escape from New York. Yes, I know Kurt Russell is a white guy. However, the movie was out. Anyway, Kurt Russell, Escape from New York. If you're in that position and you got to get away from people, do you think you're really going to look at someone's skin and go, I can't help you because you're male, female, or you identify as this? Or, I mean, no, you're just going to go for food. So let's just stop doing that. And don't say the transphobic when I say there are two genders. I am not transphobic. I'm fucking in my right mind, all right? There is male and there is female. You can call yourself whatever you want. I do not care. I do not care. Call yourself a chickpea. I don't care. But that does not mean I'm transphobic. I probably had transgender friends before you did. And I'm talking as a 14-year-old because I was a street kid in the strip clubs. So there were transgendered people in the strip clubs. Hello? I mean, I'm against underage children. Now, as I'm going to talk about Keith, I always do, he had to wait till he was 25 to fix his eyes, okay? Because he had astigmatism. They would not do the surgery on Keithy till chickpea. I like chickpeas. Anyway, he would not. Oh, thank you for the super chats. Thank you for that. He would not be able to get that surgery till he was 25. Now because they won't do it. Thank you for saying that. They won't do the surgery on anybody under 25 because you're not fully developed. So why? I'm just asking. God, I'm blonde. So yeah. Anyway, that's a bad joke too. Anyway, so let's just look at it this way. Why do they not do surgery till you're 25? So Keith and I were getting ready to go talk about all of the different doctors. So I had a list of like 10 doctors that he was going to come with me. And I was really looking forward to it because we'd have time in the car. We drive to Orange County. We go to all the good doctors, interview them and see, which ones he could get the surgery from, right? But he passed before that. So just, do you think that you should, have sex reassignment surgery under the age of 16? I mean, if you can't get your eyesight fixed till you're 25, no reputable doctor by law can do that. Why would you Yeah, plastic surgery would be wrong too. Your face isn't grown. Your face is not grown. Like, it's just not. Your brain isn't grown. How do you know? Like, I remember Keithy when he was little, he's like, my ears, my ears. He grew into his big body and his ears and everything, grew. The nose grew like into his body. You don't want to have a little tiny nose. And by the way, all of those nose surgeries, I see very few that I can't tell when you're older that you've had a nose job, because the cartilage doesn't grow with you. Your ears and your nose grow your whole life. So yes, 18 to get a tattoo, but cut your weenie off and that's good. Yes, until 22. Frontal lobe, yes, not developed till you're 22. Exactly. Can't make decisions. I can't make them now at 57. I got problems. But what I'm saying to you is, why would I stand for anybody agreeing? And why would you not you, but the person call me transphobic for that? Why would you do that? I have children. I raise children out of my body. If you have children, that's not what you want for your children. You want them to wait until astigmatism. Yes, until you're 25. There you go. That's what Keithy had. 25, 30, not 22. I thought it was 25 too. But you want to make sure when you're messing with your ability to have an orgasm and procreate, because for a man, they don't really do that surgery well. Like, it's a little bit problematic. It's a little bit problematic, right? So once you remove your penis and invert it, it's a open wound for your life. Listen to people talk about it. It's fine if you want to do that. But I'm just going to say this personally, even if I was male to female, well, I'm female, I'd be female to male. I wouldn't do it because I want to have an orgasm. Do you know what I'm saying? So let me get this right. You want to be the opposite sex. And I know some people say you can still have an orgasm. I'm going to say that's left up to chance. It might be the case in I have some clients that have done that, but I would keep my organ so that I could, if I wanted to reproduce, even if I dressed as a woman, if I wanted to have a child, I could do that. Or if I was a woman, I would keep them so I could have an orgasm. I don't get people. So you're doing this so you can date and feel like you want to be in your physical, but yet you can't really make out with someone. And then what happens to that poor kid. And I'm just saying this, like, as a natural woman, a woman born as a woman, because there's only two genders. So you're either born woman or man. I don't know who Bishop T-Day Jakes is. I don't know who that is. I literally don't know who that person is. So you're going to have to tell me. You can throw names at me, but I don't know who it is. I don't know. I'm sorry. I've tuned out. Thank you for that. But here's the problem. As being born a female, like, regardless of how I identify, because I identify as the mother of my children, and I identify as a breastfeeding woman, and not now, when they were little. Jason's like horrified if I say that, but I mean, literally, I identify as that. So just out of curiosity, getting a period, and I used to get mine every 26 days, a nightmare. So, he's a preacher. I'll look it up. Thank you for that. So me getting a period and going crazy with hormones, do you think that it's okay? Oh, Diddy's friend. Well, then he's gay. Sure. Oh, power bottom. I did hear that. I don't know what that means, because here's what I'm going to say about that. You know what I'm going to say. If you rip your butt apart having anal sex like these people apparently do you think you're going to wear a diaper later on? Because one of my very good friends, and I love her to death, she worked in the Playboy industry. And she knows who she is on here, if she is on here. And a lot of the porn actresses who did both front and back, you know what I'm saying? They were in their 40s wearing diapers when she worked there. That's a thing. So if you fucking think you can shove a bunch of stuff up your rear end from anybody and a lot of people, right? And not have an effect. I'm not saying with your husband. Do what you want with your lover, your husband, your live-in lover, your common law husband, wife, whatever. Don't care. But if you're letting opportunity and you're doing it consistently, you're going to have some problems. Hi, Bobby. Bobby and I had a nice chat today. you're going to have some problems in that area. I mean, yes, you are. Look at how many women have trouble from having workers' comp. I'm sorry, it's not funny. Look at how many women have trouble from giving birth to 1 or 2 children. Like, I'm always peeing. I'm always peeing. Like, I'm always peeing. If I laugh, I pee. That's a fact. So what is it you think is going to happen if you're in the music industry and you have to bend over, which I assume is what they mean by a power bottom. Correct me if I'm wrong, because they really don't know. La la la, can't hear you. I guess that means that he takes everything power bottom. Yeah, he's on the bottom, right? So like, how power, does that mean he takes a lot of people? And if so, how is his internal organs doing? Like, I'm serious. I'm being serious, because I know, and all you women know, after you have children, every time you laugh when you get into your 40s, you're peeing a little, just a little pee. And then you also know that you drink a lot of water, you have to pee every 5 seconds. Every 5 seconds. Like, you can hold nothing. That's why you have to do your pelvic floor exercises, okay? That's why you have to do it. So when somebody calls somebody a power bottom, wait, somebody just said that. Okay, I don't know. They're going to ruin that sphincter. Yeah, I mean, we had a friend, John had a really good friend, born into, I believe, an Illuminati family. That's just my opinion. Anyway, very famous in Hollywood family. Dad died early in a plane crash. Very famous family for the things that they did. They worked on all these huge movies. I'm not going to say what industry. It wasn't the acting part, but the woman was known. She was a huge, like, Republican donor as well. Her son was a good friend of John's. And I'll give you one hint. They live next door to Bob Hope. So anyhow, long story short, that guy had a huge, and I met him when I first started dating John, and then I saw him again at his mother's funeral, like some 25 years later, somewhere around there. Anyway, very nice man, completely broken, complete drug addict, and he blew out his esophagus. So this is an ass story. Anyway, they cut out, this is back in 2005 or something, maybe 2004. They cut out part of his colon and put it in his throat. He had one, yeah, my son, yes, after birth, Beth, yes. But anyway, this guy that we knew, because of all the drugs he did and the heroin and the cars and the this and the that, he ruined his esophagus. So he had surgery. Is it barium implant? I think something. Anyway, they cut out part of his intestines. So I said, you're speaking through your ass. Okay, sorry. Anyway, yeah, so he died, I think, probably he was in his 60s. I think John was in his, start talking shit. I know all those jokes. But to actually damage your body like that, I mean, it was terrible. Oh, I loved Coast to Coast. That was really fun. No, that's what happened. It's called a barium implant, I think, is when they do that. Alcohol can ruin your esophagus. Drugs can ruin your esophagus. So don't think that your body, I mean, if we're talking about where you eat every day, you know what I'm saying? Okay, where you eat every day. And you can, esophagus, yeah, that. But what I'm saying is, that can get ruined. What do you think your rear end can do if you're, yeah, Coast to Coast was really fun. No, I'm just saying, he really did have the surgery. Yeah, exactly. Kamloops, there you are. I know Kamloops very well. Yeah, so that's a thing. I'm just saying, but regardless of that, all you women with PMS, all the ladies with the PMS, this is the time of month, I don't get it anymore. I'm in menopause. I'm not taking anything and I'm super happy. So my skin is going to get all fucked up, so people say, and all of this shit, but I'm not taking anything. I do not want to put hormones in my body. Do you know why? Do you know why? Okay, yeah, do you know why? You shouldn't have a facelift at 25, but it is your choice. Do you know why I'm not taking medicine? Because I couldn't deal with, thank you for the super chats. Because thank you so much for that, because I could not deal with hormones. I went psychotic. I don't want the pharmaceuticals telling me what I need to take. I don't fucking need to take what you want me to take. I eat properly and I exercise. Exercise is an endorphin. If I get wrinkles, then I get wrinkles. And want me to apologize? You want me to apologize for it? Oh, I aged. Let me, oh my God, I aged. Oh God. Yeah, you're going to age. You can take all that. I don't like to take anything. I don't want to be forced to take anything. So I'm not. But let me ask you a question, ladies with PMS. Do you think it's wise, I'm just asking, to take a 10-year-old, 7-year-old, how about in utero, and inject them with the opposite sex hormones so that they're inverted sexually? This, now, somehow, like Jamie Lee Curtis, right? So she was born hermaphrodite, they said. That's what I heard growing up. I actually heard that growing up, right? So do they invert them in utero? Do they give the mother hormones to make the baby, say it's a girl baby or a boy? So at 3 months, the baby changes, right? So meaning you have a girl up until 3 months, and then your baby picks its sex and it goes on the way to be a boy. There are some hermaphrodite or double-sexed babies. That's a thing. That is actually a thing. I mean, but not a lot, okay? Because nature really doesn't make huge mistakes. I mean, we're all crooked. None of us are symmetrical. We're all crooked. This, that, and the other, you know, whatever. But what if they are giving them hormones while they're pregnant? I'm serious. So they come out looking like this and internally like that. Let's look at people in sports. Yeah, it's very rare to have that happen. But, you know, I got in a huge argument with John because, you know, John's an Aries. No, I'm kidding. He just couldn't listen to me for this. But around Serena Williams, I'm like, that is not. It should be Sam Williams. You know what I'm saying? It is just not. It is not. I can't. No. Yes, they do make a decision. Yes, they do make a decision. No, it cannot be. I just can't. It just can't. Yeah, explains everything, right? Of course she's massive. And they have all these men looking at her in her little skirt with her nails, and she's like, I got pregnant. Did you now? Anyway, yeah. So there's that. And how come they, like, you'll notice, here's the interesting thing. I don't know if it neuters them where they can't have children so that they end up, you know, adopting or whatever, you know, we're the same size. Whatever. I'm just saying, I'm thinking they add hormones. Okay, let me word it to you this way. I have somebody I know that is a wealthy relative in our family, and the gene pool of said wealthy relative was kind of short. So you can pay for, and people do with money pay for human growth hormone for their kids. So the new baby comes out and they end up human growth hormoning the baby. And suddenly that kid is the tallest and buffest out of all the kids. Do you know what I'm saying? So if they can do that when you're little, oh, Haley, you're so cute. I know you don't like saying that. You're tall. I'm going to say that. But I'm just going to say, so if they human, and I know this personally because I know a family member who paid to do that to a child so that said child would not be short. And I'm being serious. So if they do that, what's going to stop them from injecting you with something else to change your hormonal mindset? You know what I mean? I mean, you're not supposed to drink or smoke or take Tylenol. So let's say we inject you with hormones. But what if they're mind controlled in a family and human growth hormones are just, is Pat back with my pronouns? Oh, JJ's back. I don't fucking use pronouns. My pronouns are fuck off. That's my pronoun. If you can run around calling yourself whatever, I can call myself a motherfucking pixie. And you can fuck off. I'm not going to use a pronoun. Who is doing this? Call yourself by your name. Call yourself by your name. If your name's Janet, say Janet. If your name's Fred, say fucking Fred. Pronouns. Shut up. Shut up. I can't. Pronouns. Come on. Do you know how they trick us to this? Did you, and I'm going to bring this up again. I mean, it's just call me Sloan. I don't care. I don't care. Call me Sloan. I answer to hey fucking you too on the street. When you start talking pronouns and you put that should tip you off that they're fucking with your head and they're mocking you. That should tip you off. I know the pronoun. I'm a motherfucking pixie. How about that? So why would you, you could say, can I call you by your first name? You could say, how do you like to be addressed, Mr., Mrs.? Pronouns, they, them. I can't. You are not a they, them. You are one person. That is plural. I can't. I just can't. Like, I would have to beat your ass. Use your name. Just use your name. They is scared. Hi, I'm they, them. Are you schizophrenic? Should we lock you up? Should we lock you up? Right? Yeah, I don't answer my skin color and I don't answer my pronouns because I'll answer fuck you and whitey. I mean, like, shut up. Anyway, so when you're looking at this, ask yourself, women with PMS, sassy ass bitch, right? But anyway, ask yourself with your PMS, do you really want to be injecting little kids with that? And how does it affect a man when they do that? Like the whole cereal industry, Kellogg's is based on that. It's literally based on that, trying to neuter men's ability to have children. They do not like human beings. But here's the thing. We've already won. This is definitely a spiritual war, 100%, like I've been saying. This is a spiritual war. In a spiritual war, it's not just population. They do not like, this is 6 different shades. And some peppermint shit burning my lips. It's lip gloss, but the pink is MAC and it's called Snob, but it's on top of a whole bunch of other things. So do you think that these people like you? They don't. What these people are doing is they are causing human beings to not focus on their strength and their power. You have purpose. Your purpose is not to be a cog in the wheel making money for these fucking vampires who suck off your energy because they don't have an original idea in their head. Not an original idea. That's why they think they own everything. That's why producers are like, I own everything about you. Don't. I'm human. I'm with God. You don't own shit. You don't own shit. My ideas are mine. That is exactly why I call myself by my name and I do my shit out of my own mind. So you can't take me, okay? You can't, but they are literally, they want you making their money. Do you know, like, why do we pay taxes? I realize the roads, I know I'm going to get that thrown at me. How would you drive on the roads? Would you rather be in a horse and buggy? Yes, I would rather be in a horse and buggy. I like horses and buggies seem fun. Okay. Anyway, we need taxes. Thank you for that. Thank you. We need taxes. We definitely need taxes to pay certain things around us. But do you know, all we're doing is working. And these people are straight up lying. The roads are crap. Oh God, do you know I've broken my axle twice and lost 2 wheels and the round thing? Not to mention the bugs. I mean, who takes steroids? I don't take steroids, but I'd be really big if I did. But I don't know who you're talking. Of course it is. Of course it is. But ask yourself. Energy vampires are 100% real. Oh, we've got trolls on here. Yes. Don't you love it when someone goes talk? It's like, well, that's what I'm doing. Like, are you stupid? Anyway, but here's the thing. They are literally going to... I don't think Trump's going to win. No, I don't. And I've got gangster. I had 2 boys and we grew up in the hood. We had all kinds of shit going on. I bet you couldn't handle the shit that our family handled while my kids were growing up. I bet you couldn't. But anyway, Hi, husband who loves listening to me. That's so nice, husband. But here's a question for y'all. Ask yourself, okay, these two politicians. So we got Orange Man bad. Everybody's like, Orange Man bad. Y'all are psycho with that, okay? His tanning is outrageous. You got more money than God, but you tan to a nice orange color. I got to agree with them then. And then he's got the swoop over hairdo. Okay, so Orange Man bad. Okay, oh my God. Somebody just, I'll look through the comments. Orange Man bad and old guy has no brain cells left. So Orange Man bad and old guy wearing a diaper. These two guys are supposed to be the front runners. Why would you vote for them when you have entire states, okay, I forget which state it is, blocking one or the other? Do people not understand you have a right to vote for whoever the fuck you want to, even if it's a third-party person, even if it's Bernie Sanders, even if it's Joe Blow, even if it's whoever? But they're taking your right to vote for that person by removing them off their state ballot. What is that about? Like, I'm sorry. Everybody's like, oh, I hate Orange Man bad. Yeah, we all don't want to listen to the fat fuck with the woman hips, okay? The McDonald's gouging totally doesn't respect his body. Orange Man bad. However, why would the government of that state think it's okay to take one or the other off? And why would another state block the diaper boy because they blocked Orange Man bad? Why is that okay? That's what people need to focus on. They've got you locked down into pick a side, pick a side. These people are not for you. They 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 are not for you. No, come on. They've just proven January. I can't. If you think January 6th was the worst thing that happened in this country, you're out of your mind. Children are being kidnapped and trafficked to the tune of 850,000. And you think a bunch of fuckers running into the Capitol building? Here's the thing. If I went down the street wearing a loincloth and little horns, do you think I would get into the Capitol building? Or would they put a fucking straitjacket on me and take me right off to the loony bin? Yeah, okay. Anyway, I mean, come on. Yeah, those people, they just stormed it. No, someone opened the door and then they got in. Children are being trafficked. Your children in school are having legislation passed where they literally can change their gender by the time they're 12. What is that about? What is that about? Why is that happening? And, oh, they both wear diapers. Thank you, Christopher. I will agree. Orange Man bad wearing diapers with a bad tan. But I'm saying to you, what the hell is January 6th? Why is that so bad? Why is that so bad? What are you even talking about? What? That's bad? That was a theater play. Who is running around town in a loincloth with ears or horns? Who is doing that? And you're walking down a public street in Washington and no one's stopping you, right? No one's stopping you. Because they're stopping me when I jaywalk, okay? When I jaywalk. I got pulled over by a cop, seriously, 2 weeks ago. Because why? Do you want to know why? Because he was behind me and I pulled up to a stop sign. And I didn't stop far enough behind the white line. That's what I got pulled over for, okay? Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I got pulled over for. So I'm just curious. If I'm getting pulled over for that, but some clown is walking around in his loincloth with his fucking Viking hat on, whatever that is, I'm pretty sure Trump is a woman, a big, tall, ugly, lurchy type woman with those hips. I'm just saying. Anyway, I'm just literally saying to you, what are you even talking about? Like, how dumb do they think we are? They think we're dumb. And you got people going, oh my God, it's the worst day in American history. No, it's actually not. No, it's not. Leave his hips alone. I can't. They look like woman hips. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. They do. Just a fact. Leave his hips alone. Why? Are you fucking him? I mean, what? Anyway, that is not at all what went on. These are crisis actors. People are I don't understand. They're like, we have to pick a side. It's got to be Democrat or Republican. And I'm like, you don't get it. They want you to pick one or the other. It isn't about that. It's not about that. We don't have to pick a side. They're not supposed to govern us to begin with. I don't need either one of those clowns telling me anything. And by the way, I'm curious. During the COVID, the pandemic, which was fake, by the way. I mean, I'm sure people got sick and I'm sure they infected us with something. Thank you for that. Thank you so much for the super chat. But let's just say, let's say they let a virus out. How stupid, and I mean this, how fucking stupid were people to put a mask on that says on the box, does not stop the spread of infection? I mean, I showed that on here. But you're supposed to wear one? Why? Because I'm a clown from an intellectually backwards country? I mean, what is that? So I was talking to somebody when I was hiking, nice guy, but he's like, yeah, I chose to get 2 of the vaccines, but I agree with you. And I'm like, you can't agree with me because you got the vaccine, so you don't. He goes, well, I'm not getting any more. And I'm like, he was telling me because he had a friend that was sick at the time. He didn't want to get her sick. I said, how is that your responsibility? On what planet is it my responsibility if you are sick that I've got to inject something into my body? Why don't you tell me not to come around you? That is your responsibility. I'm not responsible for getting you sick or not getting you sick. I mean, what? I know I'm seeing the masks out too, right? What is that? Well, they're trying to get us used to it. Bat soup started. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, on what planet? I know I'm not, it sounds like everybody's born into an alcoholic home because they have over sense of responsibility. Here's the thing. If your friend is a best friend, like this person was saying, I totally get what you're saying. Skype them. Do something like that. You don't have to show up in their physical proximity. And you who are healthy at the time, right? You who are healthy, okay, are not sick. So why are you injecting yourself with something when you're not sick? Like, am I taking a tetanus vaccine because I didn't hit a rusty nail? Like, why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? I don't have it. Like, I don't need it. I didn't cut myself on anything. Do you not see that? Do people not understand this? I can't understand it to save my life. Like, it actually literally fucks my head up. Like, I'm like, I can't talk to anybody. I can't. Okay, everybody brings up polio. Let's talk about that. Polio, okay, polio, they say it's good and it stopped polio, okay? I went to school with a kid that had polio, one kid. His name was Patrick. Anyway, not the point. Polio is a different kind of vaccine. It was tested for 20, 30 years before they injected it with anyone, except for volunteers. This came out. This has no proof. This never worked. Didn't stop anyone from getting COVID. Didn't do anything. Okay? Nothing. Nothing. Yeah, it's not your responsibility to wipe your neighbor's ass. No, his name was Patrick. I swear to God, it was a kid I went to school with and he had a limp because he had gotten polio. Yes. And I have a hiking friend also named Karen, oddly enough, that lived in an iron lung in a different country when she was younger. So, I mean, there are people that still get polio, but polio is a different time frame and they tested it. Okay. Yes, I know what Hugh Jackman is. That's been common knowledge for years. Common knowledge. Now, let's talk about what's that guy's name? Medea. What the hell is his name? I hate that guy. What's his name? Medea. What is his name? Tyler Perry. Oh, I just got it. Tyler Perry. I'm like, he's actually pretty funny. Have you seen that thing with Dr. Phil where they have Tyler Perry in therapy and Dr. Phil going, well, you're always angry. And he's like, I'm not angry. That is actually pretty funny. So Tyler Perry is now getting accused of stuff. It's only obvious that he's gay, okay? Or bisexual, whatever we're calling it. It's just obvious. Like, if you don't know that, I don't know what to say to you. It was never I can't. I just can't. I do not understand why people with billions of dollars, Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, Meryl Streep, Hugh Jackman, they are so pro LGBTQ and whatever else is added on, but they themselves will not step out and tell you that they're gay or bisexual or whatever it is they're calling themselves. Why is that a thing? Yeah, we know P. Diddy is gay. Yes, rituals, all of that. Exactly. All of that shit. Now, the Epstein list, okay, how was it ever a secret? No, I heard Oprah ask him on an interview if he was going to get married, and I was like, he's fucking gay. Like, they're hypocrites, exactly. They want your children to, yes, Meryl Streep, Frank, yes. They want your children, in my opinion, allegedly. Anyway, they want your children to participate in gay acts and encourage them to do so because it's freeing and liberating. It is not a problem if you're gay. If you're truly born that way, not a problem. But all the people that say that they're bisexual are not. They've been convinced. Right? And so anyhow, why, if it's so great for your kids to do it and your dad to do it and your mom to do it and your aunt, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your mother, whatever, then why don't these bitches come out and tell you? Yeah, I know what they're doing. You're right, Carmen. I know exactly. Why don't these bitches come out and tell you? What are they so afraid of? Oh, it's going to affect their career. Did you hear what I said? There's a Freudian slip. All right. So anyway, it's going to affect them, their career. No, they're already billionaires, right? No, they're already billionaires. They're already billionaires. So but that doesn't protect their brand. Because as soon as you find out they're gay, you're going to hate them for lying to your kids. Okay, and some people will say it's none of their business or anyone's business, which it isn't anyone's business. However, if you're going to go on a public airway and tell me how you're in approval of it, then I want to know what you are behind the doors. Because you're so in approval of it, I want to know where you stand on it personally. Who do you fuck? If you stayed quiet as an actor and I don't hear about it from you and you don't promote it, then I don't say shit about it, right? I don't say shit about it. Oh, pansexual. Yeah, because that makes sense. Anyway, I can't even. Screw who you want. But stop telling my kids what to do and my grandkids what to do. Stop doing that. Because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I know no one cares at this point. At this point, no one cares. Like literally, no one cares. No one cares. Not one single person cares, but they keep shoving it and they want you to eat it. Okay, they want you to eat it. Where is Oprah's man? Well, it's Stedman. He too is gay, I've heard. I know it's an agenda. I know, but why? But the agenda, okay, so here's people who screw pants. I can't. I'm going to lose my mind on this planet. Yeah. I'm literally going to lose my fucking mind. Yeah, I love my tattoos. Jason and Keithy, and Jason. I'm not done yet. Not done. I find it fun. And who cares? Yeah, Oprah's man is Gail. I get it. I know that. I'm saying, but she says it's Stedman. Anyway, I mean, like, why are they pushing it? So let's look at the motive. The motive is always money with these people because they're sold out. And what I mean by sold out is they are against God. They are the opposite. So why do they do the shit they do? To make money here, okay? To make money here, to vampire off of us, and to do the opposite of those that come in light, okay? So I'm not saying you can't fuck who you want and watch what you want and do what you want, because you can. What I'm saying is they literally, okay? They literally want you to believe in their way because it separates you from the God source. And I'm being serious. We are not meant to work. We are not meant to murder. We are not meant to rape children. We are not meant to assault people. We are not meant to live in their world. It is their world, not ours. So the beast system is down here, not... You can, and parents, you make a huge mistake in saying treat others like how you want to be treated. Absolutely. This earth is the devil's playground, not just Hollywood. This earth. There's not a good place on this planet that isn't literally pray to God in the name of Jesus. Amen. Okay, so Jesus is the only thing that's going to get a demon off your ass. That's it. Sorry, true story. And we are living in the beast system, and there are components all the way along. So they like to defile God's name. So what does God like? Procreation, man with woman, babies. I can't believe I'm saying this. If you'd have got me in 19, I would have said, fuck you. Anyway, man and woman and children, right? What else does God like? Family, cohesive family, sober family, no drugs family, no domestic violence. There's always going to be the oddball that does stupid shit. I get that. But that's what God wants. And he wants you to enjoy your life and spend time with your family and do that. The beast system, okay, the beast system is a system of belief that comes from the elites, the Freemasons, the Eastern Stars, all of them, okay? Illuminati, Luciferian, the opposite. When God says, thou shalt not kill, the beast system is like, yeah, fucking blow them on up. That's the difference. If God says, let one man and one woman be together, the beast system is you're pansexual and you can fuck a tree. Whatever. So a beast system. Now look at a beast, a demonic beast, okay? So a demonic beast is a huge beast. It has components. Think of a giant and a beast. I don't know if Gitmo is real. I don't know if what they say happens there is real. That I don't know. But they are taking down the pedophiles. I mean, it's happening one after another after another. They are calling them out. Like we are hearing about it. Oprah's getting nailed. No one bought Hawaii Story. Those kids are still missing. You're so against God to step away from God. Because remember, when Satan left heaven, he went to create and copy God. And he didn't have little frothy teeth and fucking horns and a pitchfork, because you wouldn't go with him if he was scary looking like that, would you? No, you wouldn't. Like who goes with the homeless smelly guy down the street? No offense to them. Probably not many people, right? But who goes with a beautiful looking, shiny, happy, I can give you what you want. You want girlies? You want to be a rapper? I can do that. You want to be a politician? I can do that. You want to have your neighbor's husband? I can do that. So all the way along are people who believe the lies. This is going down, and he made music. That's why the music industry. Correct. So all the way down to like when you're looking at mafia men and they have, kids that collect their money and stuff, right? And then they grow up through the system. It's a system. The beast system and chaos causers are everywhere in every layer of community. Not every single person, not every police officer is a chaos causer, but a good number of them all, because it's a Freemason setup, an authority over the human beings. You are not my fucking authority. You are not my authority. You are not my authority. You are not my authority. And people get really mad. Well, you have to follow rules. No, I have to look at myself in the mirror. I have to fucking look at myself in the mirror. Therefore, I will do what I need to do in order to make amends with, to pray, and to love people. But if you fuck with me, I'm not going to let you do that either, because that is not a good thing. So the beast system is components. People in politics, not all of them. People in royalty, not all of them. People in billionaires' families, not all of them. Okay, so, and they come disguised as celebrities. Absolutely. Those people are bought and sold. Of course, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift suddenly wrote 100 songs when she was 14. Look at my story and my rise to fame. Shut up, please. Please be quiet. Now, I'm all Leo, sun, moon, and rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars in the 12th house. Stellium in Cancer, stellium in Leo. Sorry, true story. But it's all in the 12th house. Then I have 8th house shit. So don't fuck with me. And then I have a 1st house Pluto. So don't fuck with me. And I don't care if you do. Not going to listen to you. So, no, I'm not a Sagittarius. Sagittariuses are cute. Keithy was a Sag. Okay, so here's the thing. Also, you know how they're doing that thing with the Mandela effect, which they say is done over Nelson Mandela because they thought he died at this time, but he died at that time. And people are like, I remember him dying back then. Do you know what I think they're doing with that? Do you know what I think they're doing with that? I think the Mandela effect where they say, oh, you know, like whatever company had this picture on their logo, but now they don't have it. I think they're fucking with us to see if they can confuse us and get us to disremember things. And then they can fuck with us and change the history of the earth and say, you know what? No, you know what? No, I don't know what. That's what I think they're doing. Yes, gaslighting. I remember things like I was alive. And so I remember it. I remember, and I'm going to repeat this again. I remember sitting with John, watching the news, unfortunately, at that time, where Al Gore was arrested. I'm going to keep saying this. Al Gore, the liar that says he created the internet. Lie. The guy that said that climate change, we'd all be dried up right now or some stupid ass fucking shit. That guy. I was eating my dinner, watching the news with my husband at the time. And I remember Al Gore getting arrested for what? A briefcase full of blood vials back then. You cannot find this shit on the internet. What was in those blood vials? What was that? Yeah, we know what it was. He literally had that, a briefcase full of vials of blood. And nobody thought, like, what is this dude doing? Yes, I know it was adrenochrome. Of course it was. What is he doing? So I watched it happen. Like, I saw it happen. Yeah. Now, y'all ask, okay, look up chrome and then put the word adreno in front of it. Let's say it together. Adrenochrome. Let's look that up. When you see the movie, this just sickened me to death. Okay, I used to love Jimmy Stewart. But he had this movie about Harvey the White Rabbit. And he chased the rabbit. And he was in mental hospital, obviously, because nobody else could see the rabbit. What was he chasing? What is the symbol for chrome? The white rabbit. Why do you think they all put Alice in Wonderland, the hallucination? Why do you think they do that? They fuck with us. Tyler Perry is going down. One by one, they're going down. Remember how they mocked people and said, oh, yeah, they're... I'm sorry, I just did that. Oh, God. No, it wasn't a scene from Fear and Loathing. Was it a scene, The White Rabbit? But I'm telling you, Jimmy Stewart, let me look up that. Harvey the White Rabbit. I used to think it was so great. Everybody thinking he was such a great actor. He was a pious piece of shit. He was another one. I will never watch that guy. I won't watch any of them. I can't watch TV now, but I will say this. And yes, I know that Jerry Seinfeld is one of them. However, I was literally watching Seinfeld last night, listening to it, and it just cracks me up. Oh my God, it cracks me up. Especially when George takes the limo with Kramer and then he's O'Brien and he's really the head of the Aryan Nation. I could not stop laughing. Like, George is so dumb. He does stupid shit throughout that whole thing. Thank you for that, for Keith. It's just hilarious. It's terrible. I listened to Seinfeld and then, you know, these pretzels are making me thirsty. Sorry, I watched that episode too. I can't stop myself. It is funny. Yes, I believe in aliens. I'm sorry. I just, you know, Roger Rabbit, right? No soup for you. And Elaine blackmails him. But look at Elaine. I love it. I love her dance scene, whatever she's doing. But she comes from a billionaire's family. So they inserted her into the public to give her opinion. You know that, right? You're a billionaire. You can do anything you want in the world. And you're going to be an actor. I love Seinfeld. That is my one weakness, unfortunately. Okay, so let's look up. What were we looking at? Oh, yeah. Harvey the White Rabbit. I think it was like 1950 something. Maybe movie. It might be 1940 something. No, Jimmy Stewart was born 1950s. 1950s, y'all. Yeah, it's a drama. It's a play. The story centers on a man whose best friend is a puka. I don't know what a puka is, except never mind. Named Harvey, 6'3.5" tall, white, invisible rabbit. What does the word puka mean? P-U-C-A. Let's look that up. The fuck is a puka? No, they call puka. Old English is a creature of Celtic. Oh, so it's a mythology folklore. But anyway, that was in 1950. Kind of a spirit, yeah. But it's like a little demonic black spirit in this, like a little shadow figure spirit. And in the movie, it's Harvey the White Rabbit. Now, I remember that movie because my dad thought it was funny. And I watched it ad nauseum. I don't think it's so funny anymore because, you know, watch Donnie Darko. I should watch that. No, I don't think it's fake. I think it's a financial issue over money. I think it's a financial issue. I think Oprah's not doing it. Sloan, you're blowing up on TikTok right now. Oh, God. That means more emails about my readings. Do you do... I don't have my microphone. Do you do readings? No, my calendar is broken. You are not fucked up. I shut my calendar down. Okay, anyway. Ghost in Irish. Thank you. Thank you. There's a white rabbit. Okay, yeah. Okay, so here's another thing. When you look up everything that they do, the Bob Barker. Yes, I know. And he was a weirdo too. That guy's a fucking lech, wasn't he? Okay, so I haven't watched the Obama movie. It was on my Netflix and I'm like, I just can't make myself do it. I can't do it. Okay, so then we have the Epstein flight list. You know these people have money. You know they're going to petition. You know they're going to do that. You know they're going to do that. They're not going to let you know who it is. We know who it is. And it's not just that Prince Andrew fucked a 17-year-old. Oh my God. You know, because they'll say, oh my God, but she looked 30. Hello, men out there. Just because she looks 30, maybe you should check if you think she's younger. Point is, they're distracting with Prince Andrew, and the real thing is the underaged, okay? Underaged. Jaguar Wright is 100% right. Right with a W-R-I-G-T-H is 100% R-I-G-T-H. Yeah, Bob Barker, they love to fuck with us. I know the list won't come out. They love to fuck with us. Also, JonBenet Ramsey, none of the shit that they're doing is coming out. Oh, we think we found the DNA. Really? Because you better get there over to the father's house and the older son. You better get there chop, quick. Because there's no list coming out over there either. They just lie. They lie. Yep, they lie. Yeah, why are they waiting? Yes, exactly. For JonBenet, yes, Jaguar Wright, I don't know how you say her name right, is 100% accurate. So yeah, kind of interesting, isn't it? It's very interesting what they're doing to us. So what we have to do, this is TikTok's. Yeah, I've got a page. It's got like 130,000 people. Don't give money. You can't bribe me. You could offer me $1 million to do a reading, and I'm so stubborn I'm not doing your reading because you dared to bribe me with money. I will never read you. You can't buy me. I'm not doing it. No, don't want to. You could offer me a Porsche. You could offer me that. Not doing it. No. Will not do it. Not doing it. I will work when I work. And I'll do it. I'm serious. Mr. Rogers too. Absolutely. I'm dead serious. Yes, I know the burner phone, right? But that's a true thing. I mean, that's what I got. Y'all know when I did the video, I just got it. I wasn't even that familiar. Anthony will be offering me butter tarts. Maybe Anthony for that. I said in the video that Kim Porter was telling me about a burner phone that she used to make calls because she knew Diddy was doing that. That's what I got. I didn't even really know who Kim Porter was. No disrespect. I don't like P. Diddy. I haven't liked P. Diddy since he pushed J-Lo out there publicly because she, lied in court for him. I haven't liked her since then. Her career started doing that after. So, I mean, after she said he didn't shoot anybody and then somebody took a fall for it, I didn't really know who Kim Porter was. I mean, I knew she had kids with him and I know that she was dead. So people kept asking me to do her. And this is the story. I came home from Palm Springs, y'all, from hiking, and I get really open when I hike because I'm exhausted. So my personal blocks about doing readings are removed, right? And so she came through. So I just write down on paper, just like this, just paper. I write down whatever I get and I put it there. And thank you all for the presents you've been sending. Lovely things. Turquoise, beautiful little stuffed bear, all kinds of things y'all send. Just really great cups. Oh my God, those yummy cups. But when I'm hiking, okay, when I'm hiking, I get information. Kim has very strong energy. She must be close because she told me that. And by telling, I picked up on the impressions of it. It's not like I could see her necessarily. I get flashes, but I can hear it. So I write it down. And when I'm hiking, I will do it. Some of them are really close to the astral level. She is probably watching her children. And so the timing, I said the timing, and who knew that was going to be a thing? I didn't. I'm just saying what I get. Am I 100% right? Absolutely the fuck not. Can I be wrong all the time? Again, to the fucking bitch that writes on here, you were wrong. You were wrong. I never said I wouldn't be wrong. So don't write shit like that because you're passive aggressive. See you next Tuesday. And it triggers me, so I will delete you off my channel. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah. So, well, I mean, no, she was writing I was wrong about Prince, which was fine. But nonetheless, like, don't take so much delight in saying I'm wrong. I'm telling you, I can be wrong all the time. I will apologize when I need to apologize. It's important to me that I don't cross back. I apologize consistently, okay? Consistently. If I do something wrong, I will apologize to you, period. Oh, today is her twin daughter's birthday. Oh my God, is it? And we're talking about her. What is today? Is it the 22nd? 22nd. Oh my good. Yeah, she's way too, I know she's way too invested. She's a see you next Tuesday. I will fucking block you. Psychics, and this is another thing. Psychics are not 100% right. Ever, ever. Don't let a psychic tell you that. 90%. Shut the fuck up. You're not going to be 90%. Take the information you get from the psychic and use what you can use and throw away the rest. We're not God. It's just a way of receiving energy. It's just a way of doing that. That is the way that we do it. And that's it. Nobody's 100% right. I mean, come on. And anybody that says they are is full of shit. We do the best we can do in the best way we can do it. And if it's wrong, it's wrong. Oh, well. I mean, you know, that's just the way it is. Yeah, we get impressions and we have to be smart enough to articulate them. And not all the time are we. We just say what we get. Maybe it means something to you that I don't know what it means. Then I'm not going to apologize for being wrong. I'm human. I'm not supposed to be perfect. I am so wrong at things that I do. Continually wrong. Continually. I raised my kids wrong, okay? I said things to them wrong. I did wrong things in my marriage. And am I supposed to walk around like I'm perfect? Get off that shit. Get off that shit. You know what I mean? Just get off. I've apologized. I just absolutely have apologized to anybody that I've done wrong to. If I'm wrong, I will say it. I really try not to offend people, but I offend you because when I say I'm female and there's only two genders, y'all get mad. Not you, the haters. Anyway, yeah, I don't know that I can find people's killers. That's why it's a lot of pressure people put on you. And it makes me nervous, actually, when you blow up like on TikTok and stuff like that, because people call for readings and I'm expected to be like above human and it makes me very uncomfortable. So I feel like a continual failure at what I'm doing because it's never quite the same. You know what I mean? And so I do the best I can do, but you know, and that includes when I'm emailing you orders. I'm literally, I worked 15 hours like for a week straight every day. I cannot do that all the time. Like I deserve to take a rest and people freak out. and they're like, I want a reading. I need you to do this. I need you to do. You don't need a psychic reading. You do not need a psychic reading. You do not need it. Okay. It's not like you have cancer. You do not need to speak to me. No one needs to speak to a fucking psychic. You can want to. You can have issues. You can do that. Sure, absolutely. But you do not need it like you need food and water. Duh. Right? I mean, come on now. I mean, geez. So, yeah, I'm dead inside too. I'm not really alive. But anyway, yeah, no, it's just, I know it's really, I have done this literally for 40 years. So professionally. So I've had people in my face for 40 years. And I've had repeat clients. So I can only go on that. I know they're like, come on, puppet, jump. Take your hoochie out. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like in the strip clubs when they're like, take that top off. I just put down $10. Fucking show me your tits. It's like, oh God, calm down. Right? Like, stop y'all. But there's... right? It's what they do. It's like, fuck. It's gone, like, whatever. That is why, just so you know, yeah, 18 years, it's hard work. I mean, I have been called everything, a crackpot, a nut. And by the way, all these people that tell you that you can be taught to be a medium are full of shit. They open up a school to credential you. I've talked about this repeatedly. First of all, who the fuck are you to put a stamp on me that I'm credentialed to be a medium by you, another human being? We are not a doctor's office. We are not performing surgery on you. We are not a dentist. There are not one set of standards because psychic ability, mediumship ability, all of that is intuitive to the person's energy. The way that we respond to things is the way that we pick up the energy. You cannot teach that. Okay, you cannot teach that. Could be talking to demons. They say that, absolutely. And that's where discernment comes in. Absolutely. I was very lucky because my first two people that were dead that I saw, okay, yes, you practice medicine too. Well, yes, nurses do. Absolutely. But what I'm saying to you is you can't, it's not like medicine. You can't tell somebody do this, this, and this. And if you do this and this, you're going to get the information. Because if you don't have the structure energetically, you're not going to get the information. Okay. So no matter what you do, you're not going to get it. My first two experiences with dead people were not demons, so I was very lucky. And I always talk to God. As I've explained ad nauseum from the beginning of this channel, I was raised by an agnostic atheist, a former religious person, I guess, who decided not to be religious and told me there was no God. So when I was 4 years old and going, what happens when we die, which consumed a lot of my thoughts as a child, my dad would say, nothing, you rot in the ground. As a 4-year-old, that fucking disturbed me. Disturbed me, okay? I prayed to God every day. I was never taken to a church. I knew God existed, okay? I prayed, I knew. It was never questioned to me. I argued with my father because I was being, yes, my dad literally said that to me. It was the most horrifying thing I ever heard. I was 4 and that's when I developed anxiety around then too. Yeah, no emergency reading. Say that to me and I will never read you. Like never read. Yes, it was very harsh. But what happened is from the age of 4 to 10, every night I was woken up by one of my family's dead family members, and I would wake my dad up and I would tell him that, among other things, because there were the aliens around my bed, which I called earwig men, which my dad said, those are bugs. And he would get on his hands and knees and look under the bed and he'd be like, there are no bugs in your room. And I'm like, but they're 6 feet tall and they were aliens. They were adjusting my energy. So they were some kind of light beings adjusting my energy. That's what I figured out. Anyway, for a good 6 years, thank you for that. For a good 6 years, I argued with my dad to the point that he would pick me up, spank me, and throw me into bed and tell me to stop talking. Okay, they thought I was crazy. They sent me to a psychiatrist because they said this adopted bitch that we adopted, because also I was adopted, so they could blame it on something, right? They're like, we can blame this on the fact that you're not ours. That's all they cared about, really. So I went off to the psychiatrist. And it's like, I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to shut up. So anyway, my dad said there's no God. Every morning at the breakfast table, I said there is God. Now listen to this. So my dad died, right? Well, obviously, he was going to be, whatever they were, they looked like earwig men. So they were big, tall beings. They looked like insecticides, tall, like nomadic Bedouins, and they stood around my bed. So whatever they were there. I called them aliens, period. Anyway, so my dad passed away on December 26th of 2024. I think it was 2024. When they had that big tsunami in Indonesia that day. Anyway, Jason was 13. So Jason's 31 now. So Jason was 13. Jason was asleep. My family lived in Toronto. It was early the day after Christmas. And so no one's going to call me at like 6 a.m. here, right? Even though it's 9 o'clock there. Jason comes downstairs, taps me. He's just a little boy. And he says, Mom, he goes, you know the grandpa with the poodles? Because they only met my dad once. I'm like, yeah. He's in my room and he told me to tell you there is a God. Seriously. That is what my 13-year-old son said to me and went straight back upstairs and fell asleep. So that was my dad saying that to me. Okay, that's confirmation. He doesn't have to believe anything here. He's not going to be thrown out or whatever. Yes, no, that's true. Jason's a brilliant medium. Never fucking say I said that on here. Jason was seeing things when he was little, stronger than me. And even his dad was like, that is spooky. He told us who we were in a past life. He was 2.5 telling us stuff like this. So my dad confirmed it. And on the day my dad died, my husband woke up and said, why is your dad calling your name? Like he could hear my dad speaking, okay? That's how strong my dad was. My dad pops in constantly to Lila. Lila's brought him up by name. She was 3. She didn't know about him. I never mentioned her name, okay? His name to her. She's brought him up several times. So I always said there is a God. It was the pivotal access of my childhood. There is a God. I actually had those arguments and didn't think I was going to be anything. I ran away from home. I was tricked out when I was young. I would trade money to show people what was in my shorts, stuff like that as a little kid. It's a 7 and 8-year-old. I was a stripper by the time I was 14, and that was that. So I didn't think that God was something like, I just thought that people knew that. I literally knew that. So you were either... Yeah, my dad does it. My dad's voice I hear. I can feel when he's around and he talks to people around. So it's just it doesn't matter what you do. My dad was very old, almost 90, because he was much older. In his 50s when I was adopted. So it was very, I know there is a God. And then my second experience, one of my first experiences was my best friend that died on a motorcycle accident. And he came to me and he came in God's light. He came in God's light. And that wasn't a demon. My body had to fall asleep and I stepped out and I was able to hug him and I saw him. And he was the most beautiful energy, but he died in a motorcycle accident at 18. So I saw that. Yeah, there you go. Heaven it absolutely, absolutely is. And they come to you before you die. So this was something that I argued about my whole childhood. And I use the word argue because I just literally stepped out. Yeah, that's how I got it. So that was just my childhood. And my family thought I was insane. Insane, okay? Insane. I was called odd. I was called full of shit. My mother used to tell me, stop soliciting people. She didn't mean sexually. She meant with the psychic shit. It was constant. You're mentally ill. This, you were adopted. You're not normal. Mantis beings. There you go. Yes, I saw those as a kid, but they were dressed and draped in, they were like 6 foot something, and there would always be 12 of them around my bed. And I did look under my bed, and I used to make a leaping run every night, and the bed would smack the wall, and my dad would yell at me, stop jumping on the bed, and come in, and I'm like, the earwig men are here. And of course, I would go to the doctor. They had me at the shrink, okay? Before I was in first grade, I was at the shrink. I was at the shrink. I was at the shrink constantly. I was in special ed classes, okay? All my little classmates, because they thought that there was something wrong with me, were, if you remember, thalidomide babies, the ones that the government told them to take thalidomide, even though in German, they knew it was poison to the babies. Right? Their hands were missing and their shoulders. And then I was in the class with all the kids that couldn't see and were blind and kids that were developmentally disabled. And then there was me in the class. That is the school I grew up in. That is the class I was in. That is where I was put into school. They did not have like an ADD, ADHD, none of that. Yeah, well, I don't want to use the word deformed, but yeah, the thalidomide babies, they really were. They were missing shoulder. It was terrible. In Canada, yes. Yep, special ed. And at the time, they didn't have special ed like now, like where it encompasses all kinds of things. Of course, my kids would just say, you're special. No, don't yell at me for that. But, oh, my intuition, I always knew there was God. I've never wavered for that. Never wavered. But I was in a class where I read Braille to the kids that were blind, but I was in the same class as them because I wasn't allowed, and I always was behind. I was dyslexic and ADD and all of that. No, the Mothman movie. Yes, I do remember that. Did someone really ask to book for a reading? You can't book me for a reading. I'm booked until March. I'm not opening my calendar. I do not want to be controlled by readings. I've said it. It's at the beginning of this. I'm going to stop saying it. Anyway, a lot of kids that are psychic are like sent to the weirdo places, put in the weirdo, this, that, and the other, and it's not anything that they're doing. And then other kids that are truly very good psychic are sometimes taken and experimented on and drugged in order to block it and all of that. I've always talked to God. It's thalidomide. Yes. Well, that's another thing. The government told you thalidomide was okay to take while you're pregnant. Do you understand? They told people, pregnant women with beautiful children in their bodies, to take thalidomide. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? When they knew in other European countries that, yes, we're living in hell. I actually think this is hell. This is about 3 rungs up from hell. Hell is, kids are targeted, absolutely. Hell is, some people like to reside in hell. Some people like living at the lowest vibration. They enjoy it. So there's definitely dimensions, that genocide of a whole group of people. And I'm born in the mid-60s, so thalidomide babies were quite a thing, because all the people that were pregnant in the 50s and had those kids in the 60s and took the morning sickness medicine, they're the ones that had the thalidomide babies, a class action suit. But of course, that doesn't stop you when your kid has all of these problems and has to go through life like that. Like, don't take anything when you're pregnant. Just stop taking shit. Don't take anything. Don't trust doctors. Doctors lie. Okay, they lie. They're paid, not all of them, but they're paid by the pharmaceutical company. If you understood that you don't need doctors, I mean, obviously if you have surgery or dental surgery, yes, we know this. But doctors are designed to keep you on a roster so they can pay their Mercedes, and the pharmaceutical companies give them money to push pills. Do everything natural. Baby boomers were targeted. So, oh, that's so interesting. Interesting. Thank you for that. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, so anyway, getting back to Celine they did blackball Monique because she wouldn't give up of her free time to prostitute a movie out there and play puppet games when they weren't paying her. I'm sorry, does Oprah work for free? Oprah, do you work for free? Does Lionsgate work for free? These people don't work for free. These people don't work for free, but they want you to work for free. That's a sign of an asshole, by the way. If you want me to work for free and you're going to guilt me, or you're going to blame me for something, or you're going to make me feel inferior. I have bills to pay, so I work for money, okay? Not because I'm altruistic, not because I'm special. I work for money, period. Like everybody else on planet Earth. Nobody's doing this for free. Stop with the poverty mentality. Oprah does nothing for free. Nothing. I don't know what they wanted. They haunted me for a long time. I figured they were raising my vibration somehow, but I could be wrong. Or maybe I was a targeted child. I know they gave the shots to pregnant mothers. Unfucking believable. I was like, why would you take a shot? Why? Why would you take a shot? No, I literally work for money. Like I do. I'm not going to lie about it. I've chosen a career that I enjoy. I've chosen it. Yes, I did get scared when I was a kid. It terrified me. And they were always popping up. So they were dimensional travelers. When people say, you know, oh, I do advise people to do something they like. You know, they should do something they like for a living. I'm not going to work at McDonald's. I have not worked at McDonald's, but I have been a waitress, a really shitty waitress for a long time. Yeah, it's terrible. Adding up lupus, all kinds of things. They just try to kill you. And it's terrible that we don't have the respect for ourselves to fix ourselves. I mean, there are some really wonderful doctors, but they're prostituted out for the sale of the pharmaceutical companies, which pay the highest lobbying bills to the politicians. That's all this is about. Even Trump folded on that, for you Trump supporters. Even he folded on that. $600? $600. I don't want your $600. What is that? Oh, we gave people $600. What are you going to do with $600? I know people went to the weed shop that was open, but your restaurants weren't open. The hair salons weren't open. My people never shut down. The people I go to, the restaurants I ate at, nobody shut down. Nobody shut down. We all went and did our nails and hair. And I remember some people on here going, oh my God, people are dying and you're getting your hair and nails done. Yes, bitch, people are dying every day and I will get my hair and nails done. Yes, I did it even when my own son died. I did my hair and nails. Sorry. I mean, what is wrong with everybody? First of all, never believe the government, what they're telling you. Never. Because they are the government and they are paid. They are prostituted puppets for the people who pay them, i.e. the cabal, the Illuminati, the hoes that run this planet, okay? Whatever. And why, there you go, you did hair at your house, good for you. Why would you trust people who don't know you? Why? There you go. Why would you trust people who don't know you? Why? 13 families, exactly right. Why would you trust these fucking people? Who are you? Is your health like my health? Like, let's see your health. Come on, let's see your health. Let's see your health reports. Because I know you're on some medicines because your mental is crazy. Crazy is mental, those people. And they don't care about you. Anybody that tells you the government cares about you is crazy. They're crazy. The government has no interest in you. It's all about the money they can make off of prostituting your work on this planet so that you work for 50, 60, 70 years of your life, okay? It's so ducking invasive, fucking invasive. I love when they put it to a D. Ducking, they're trying to stop us from swearing. They want to prostitute your money. They want you to take your Social Security and pay into it, and then you're going to drop dead. It's terrible. Some people never, do you know this planet has been hijacked? It's definitely a spiritual war. We've been hijacked. That's why there is no balance. There's these rich fucking people who go on telling you what to do. Like, I'm sorry, are you a public servant? So how come you got $60 million? Or how come, like Nancy Pelosi, you got 100 and whatever million dollars? Why would that be? Who died and left you fucking boss of me? And then there's people starving here, but there's countries all over getting money, right? Oh, I know. It's been hijacked. We have to fight back. Well, it's obviously the cabal, the Illuminati, the Satanists, the Luciferians, and not all of them, just a bunch of them that do not like human beings because we are the only creatives in the universe. Like, we are creative. We have a consciousness that connects with the God source. They don't like that. They hate us for that. They hate us. We connect with the God source. We connect to it. We are of it. They hate us because they don't connect to it for whatever reason. That's it. They don't like us. They do not like us. I know, right? The CDC, these fucking people. And Julian Assange, what did that guy do? Nothing. 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 And look at poor, oh my God, now I just forgot his name. Who's the one that got shot that released the information? Rich. Oh, worked for Hillary Clinton back in the day. Committed suicide with 2 bullets to the back of the head. That guy. You know who I mean? Can't think of his name. Seth Rich. Thank you. There you go. Seth Rich. Like what? No, I know. They are a cabal of energetic stealing criminals. So here's how you block them. And then I'm starving and I got to eat. I haven't been going to get food as much because my John has been sick, even though we're not married. But he is my dinner companion at times. So when he doesn't show up, I'm like, ugh. Anyway, not the point. The point is to raise the vibration. We are being poisoned as well. To raise the vibration, here's the thing. Okay, Vince Foster as well. You know, I was thinking, wait, before I even get on that tangent, I was thinking all the way back when I first moved in with John, and so 36 years ago, and the mayor of Burbank. Now, I want you to listen to this. Mayor of Burbank. John's my husband, ex-husband now, but mayor of Burbank typed his suicide note and no one questioned it. Okay, so let me get this right. I'm going to commit suicide, right? But I'm going to type a note. I'm going to type a note. Why would I type a note? Why would, oh, Steve Bing, I know about that from behind the scenes. I'm just asking. Don't most of them write a handwritten note? Like type it? I think he was murdered too. I think he was hanging. Yes, he was off. I've got to look that up. When I think I'm going to do a video on him. When I was running, he popped into my head this morning. I'm like, wait a second. Typed a note. I have to ask John about that because I don't really know the history of that. But yeah, exactly. Okay, so here's how you raise the vibration. First of all, it is my belief, and I've only come to this belief since Keithy died, because I had to put one foot in front of the other, and it was horrifying to me. Okay, horrifying. Not to have one of my children with me. Horrifying. So I had to pull up my pants and stop being afraid. So I had to go out there and try to get the answers that I could get by being brave, okay? So I had to talk to people. I couldn't trust them. I had to ask them what happened. I had to look people up. I had to walk up and down the street. I had to get my big girl pants on and say, I actually need to know this information. Right. You have to control your emotions because they want you to be afraid. They want you to always be earning an income to save because you might not have money or enough to eat. And yet most people have always had enough to eat. In fact, too much in America. So you have to get brave. Then you have to get where you say what you mean and mean what you say, which means you are going to lose people in your life when you tell the truth. When you say, I'm not going to take that medicine and you're not going to fire me. And if they fire you, you have to be prepared to lose your money and go somewhere else. You cannot be aligned energetically with wanting anything. No people, person, or thing. No codependency on the idea of what you are doing. He typed it because he had lousy handwriting. No, I don't think so. You cannot be, because he popped into my head, so I'm actually going to look that up. I got to ask the guy's name because I can't remember. Anyway, you literally cannot be afraid of losing a husband, a wife, a kid, a lover, your best friend, your job. You actually have to stand up. You cannot run around saying, I had to do it because I had to pay my bills. We know that. You still have to do what's right. Oh, you're suing Google. Good for you. You still have to do what's right. Then, this is going to be the most like weird thing. You literally have to, oh, Heather, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You literally have to do things that you love. What do you love? What is it you love? So even if you're homeless and broke and living out of your car, let's just use that because everybody likes to say they're that, but they're not really. Let's say you're doing that. You still have to get up, put a smile on your face, go for a walk, smell a flower, get a coffee, whatever, to bring smile. Because when you do what you like, and especially in nature, it automatically raises your vibration. You cannot don't watch the news. They want you to be afraid of everything. You're going to die anyway. So you're going to die anyway. We all die. Well, transition, pet a doggy, cuddle a kitty. Yes, exactly. You don't watch the news. Do not align with any public side of anything. You can agree with some and some not the other, but not one side because they want you to do that. Literally give of yourself in an open way. Neither do I, Nola girl. Neither do I. Yep, years ago. Give of yourself in a very open way. Just open. That's it. If you've wronged anybody, apologize and ask them to forgive you. Now, you know I say this because I did it with my son before he died. I was hammered on the head to apologize and ask for him to forgive me. Had I not done that, the comments that were given to me after he died, I would have believed. The vile comments from vile family members. My son did not leave a message. Oh, some people, I'm sorry, honey. Yes, some people don't leave a message. You're right about that. But I'm talking about typed message. I do believe that some people don't leave a message, and I'm so sorry your son passed. I agree with that. What I'm saying is, if your son would have left a message, I doubt he would have typed it. That didn't sit right with me this morning. But I know what you're saying. Some people don't leave any message at all. You're right. I have heard that, and I'm really sorry. This is a hard time of year for people whose children have passed. But my P.O. box is exactly the same. You have to do what you like. So you cannot live in fear. If you like going out with your friends, go out with your friends. It doesn't matter. Live in your own reality. Say exactly what you mean. Tell the truth about everything. If you don't like somebody, say, hey, I don't like the way you're talking to me. Or if you have a boss, say, I got to pay my bills like you have to pay your bills, but you blackmailing me into taking medicine because they're going to do it again. I'm just bringing that up. So it's really important that you do that. Be as authentic as you can be. If you want to do something for a living, try to do it. You will fail. I failed many times at pretty much everything I've ever done. I've failed at. So I don't know what you guys are talking about there. Weird interaction. No idea. The truth always sets you free. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. I'll post it on this after, but it might take a couple of hours because I got to run out the door because I'm starving. I'm not starving. I think I'm starving. But anyway, just be really authentic with who you are. Be very authentic. Like, seriously. And don't believe people. If anybody says to you, you're responsible for that person getting sick, that's a lie. So learn how to really feel within yourself. Once you learn, and I learned this, I really did learn this after Keith died because I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything. Like, you could point a gun at me, which did happen after his funeral, actually. You could do that and it would kind of shock me, but I wouldn't have an emotional reaction to it. I'm able to observe it. So observe what's in your life. Detach and observe. Hardest thing on planet Earth. Control your emotional state, because if they can't get a reaction out of your fear running around all day long, oh my God, something's going to happen. Someone's going to die. I need a mask. If they can't get that reaction from you, then they cannot feed off of you. And since they cannot feed off of you, they cannot get what they're looking for, and they have to step back. They're hiding behind our energy. So they have blocked us all from seeing our strength. You have more power than you know. That's what they want us to think, that we have to look to them to help. Never once has a politician ever helped human beings or mankind. Any of them that did, they killed them, okay? So politician, gray rock method, perfect. Don't respond. And I really don't have an emotional reaction to anything. Like anything. Literally anything anymore. I don't care what you call me. Literally disconnect. Don't care if people tell you you're responsible for what they're doing. Be serious about it. I'm not responsible for anybody else's actions. The Stoic method. There you go, beta eyes. That's a group that is a way of responding. That's a perfect. Yeah, just, be loving. And here's the other thing. Let's say you're married to a stupid person who's abusive to you. Let's say you're married to a stupid woman who's abusive to you. Let's say you have a boss that's a jackass. Do not let the jackass, the stupid idiot, the stupid wife, husband, whatever, do not let them change your behavior. Do not let them change your behavior. So if you're going to go out the door and smile, then you will get your power. Trust me, you will get your power. Yeah, walk your own path. If they tell you this, that, or the other, go out. Do not let them. If they're screaming at you obscenities at work, and if you leave for the weekend, we're going to fire you, they're still going to do what they're going to do. So you taking care of yourself is never going to stop that from happening. Oh my gosh, y'all. If you do that, you will raise your vibration. And then you will not be living where they live. That's why some of these people sue them. Absolutely. Todd, abso-fucking-lutely sue these people. I am so surprised that people listen to their bosses about injecting them. If your boss told you to get an abortion or you'd lose your job, he'd literally be sued. So he's telling you to inject yourself with something? What? I mean, excuse me? Excuse me. Are you for fucking real? I'm not listening to you. I'm not fucking listening to you. No, I know you're not a lawyer. I said, but you're hiring a lawyer to sue them. Good. I mean, yes, just really defend yourself. I don't have to smoke crack. What if your boss said, you need to let me fuck you up the ass and smoke crack with me, aka P. Diddy? What if that were the thing? Okay, boss. Yeah, okay. No. Now, it's true. You're going to lose your money. They're not going to keep you around. But you go get another job somewhere else. Like, what are you afraid of? You don't think people lose their jobs and then get their jobs back and get their jobs and lose them and this and that? Not to mention all the murders in the hospitals. Exactly. No emotions is not psycho. I'm not asking you not to. I don't feel anything after the death of my son, truthfully. So I can act the part, but I don't feel, nothing like actually gets in my body. So I don't have like, with anxiety, you get, there you go. Thank you. You know how with anxiety, thank you for the super chats. You feel it in your stomach and you feel that. I don't feel that anymore. Like, I'm not afraid of anything and I don't feel anything. I'm not psycho. It's a reaction to my son dying. However, having said that, if you step back and observe people's behaviors and not take them personally, you will not, if you can get hired. Why are you putting that in there? If you can get hired. People can get hired. All kinds of people. People get hired. Why? If you can get hired. Why would you think that way? Who taught you to think that way? If you can get hired. Why if? They hire everybody all the time. Just go find someone who will hire you. It may take some time. You're not entitled to get every job, but if, what do you mean if? Of course they're going to hire you. Somebody will hire you. If you're good at what you do, good. No, I know you weren't calling me psycho, but what I'm saying to you is if you observe their behavior without taking any of it personally, even if some weirdo comes up to you on the street, they're like this, right? I'm not taking it personal. I'm not taking it personal. Like, I don't know him. I haven't done anything. So I'm going to watch what he's doing so that I can understand what's going on. And then I know how I'm going to act to protect myself and to move on. Or I'm just going to observe it. Observe it. Don't take it personally. That is how you raise the vibration. That is how you raise the vibration. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Y'all are super awesome and amazing. Super awesome. Super awesome. Ooh, if I'm not back by Christmas, I'm going to say Merry Christmas because I'm racist that way. Anyway, I'm going to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and happy whatever you practice on top of it. Because I thought it was Sunday, but it's Monday. So I'm like, uh-oh. Now I got another day. I think I made my cranberry sauce a day too early. Anyway, you guys have the best time ever. Yeah, have the best time ever, y'all. Peace out if I'm not back. If I am back, I'll be back to annoy again. Bye, you guys. Have a really good night. Remember, raise your vibration in the new year. Don't listen to what they're saying. Completely. Don't defend yourself and just be happy. Do something for you, whatever it is. Doesn't take money to hike, y'all, or walk up the street, or go see flowers or a tree, right? Bye, you guys. Thank you so much, y'all. Bye.